Hello, welcome to this video Tomb Raider 2 Glitchless tutorial. Today's gonna be about Ice Palace. You will see it's not that hard of a level as you think it is. So let's go. So first of all, at the first frame of a level, what you want to do is you want to draw guns and press forward, and you want to shoot that bell here as fast as you can. So it doesn't matter. Well, it does matter, but if you do a running jump here, it's slightly faster than you to just run through the door and shoot the bell. But if you do it wrong, that can happen. You can get a stumble and lose 2 seconds. So you can add a jump, it's slightly faster. But if you don't make it consistently, I don't recommend that. If you can't make that jump, you just do that and keep going. So this is just slight detail. And then you try to go to that corner, keep doing running jumps, and you should land around here. Perfect, it would be here, but generally you will land here or here, depending how you cut the corner right there. But whatever, you will have the same thing to do. So you need to hit that bell here, because that's what you need to go. And to do that, you can climb our shit, but the fastest way to do that is to hit the corner of this trampoline. So you just hit the corner of this trampoline running, and you will land here, turn left, face the bell, and you will hit it every time. Oops. So just run here to the corner, turn, and you will reach the bell every time. So something important is that when you slide down, when you reach that ledge here, that edge, you kinda will grab after falling from it. Why? I'm gonna try to show you why. Up, so blah blah blah. So if you don't, that will happen and you will get a full stumble. And you will obviously lose a bit of time. So if you grab up like this, you will be able to grab again and have a soft stumble which will save some frames. So this is small detail. So this is really easy. I don't have to say anything more about that, and I won't show you another way to do that because this is, in my opinion, actually really easy. This is really trivial. So you just go to that corner and shoot the bell. The second bell though is way harder. Well, it's not way harder, but it's harder for people starting. So first of all, don't do like I just did. That's something I wanted to show later, but if you jump too early, that will happen. So just be careful about that, obviously. When you will start, you will overshoot the jump anyway, so I will show you what to do when you overshoot the jump. So up, you do this, up. So best case, you will land here. This is where you should land every time, but generally you will land here. So if you land here, you just sidestep 2 times and you will be good, don't worry. The most important is to be roughly here. Like, it's really rough. You need to shoot that bell, but you need to get a right spot. To get a right spot, you just need to be close to that trampoline, and you need to be not close to that wall behind Lara here. So basically you need to be here or a bit more forward, and you need to be close of a trampoline, so when you step back you are able to do this. You don't hit the wall or whatever. So this is roughly the position you want. There is no, I don't think I'm gonna show you any setup for this because I consider it to be not hard, not easy, but first, I don't know any setup. I never saw anyone do setup actually. And second, I think that this method is really efficient, so it's probably better than a setup, because setup will probably have to still be manual lineup, so it doesn't matter. So you need to be roughly here, and what you need to do is you need to aim at this tile here. So you need to aim at the middle of this tile like this. So you line up Lara's head with the middle of the tile roughly. And then what you do is you just step back and shoot. And you will hit the bell every time. Trust me, every single time. It's really easy. It doesn't matter if you are that spot or behind. Just aim at the middle of the tile, step back and shoot. And you will hit it every time. There is one exception which can happen, is that if you use the normal guns, what can happen is that for some reason, because there is a delay between shots, you will miss the bell, but it doesn't mean your lineup was wrong. It means that it's a pistol fall. If you want to be sure to hit the bell, you can also use Uzis because they shoot faster, and then you can't miss the bell at all. But it shouldn't happen too rarely, so don't worry about that. So whatever you use, don't worry if you have. It won't take too much Uzi, so don't worry if you're a bit. Unless you are really short, you can use Uzi with ammo. So that's basically it for this spot, just like I just did here. Up, jump here, up. So here I'm a bit far, up, reposition. I'm here, it's good. Step back, shoot, and do a jump here, and a fake late grab to have a soft stumble, so sorry. And be able to keep going there. Why do you jump from the slope? I'm gonna try to show you. Because up, that can happen if you don't jump and you die. So sometimes it won't happen and you will be able to keep running and it will be slightly faster, but half of the time you will hit the trampoline and you will die. So you kinda have to jump. Oops, I thought I saved at some point. So that's what you want to. That's why you want to jump from this slope. So let's redo the sequence one last time. So here it was pretty awful sequence, but whatever. Up, just run here. Up, go here. Up, turn. That spots. Step back and shoot. And you're good. Jump. Soft stumble. Undo a running jump here. And you're gonna face your last trampoline, fortunately for you, or unfortunately, because it's pretty fun. So you have two ways of doing this one. So there is the fast way, which is this one, up. So what you need to do is you need to roll, but you need to roll at the right time, because if you roll too late, that will happen. And if you roll too early, well, that was way too early. That will happen, well, that will happen actually. You can't reach the slope. So what is the spot? You need to start rolling, not here. You need to start rolling here. If you start rolling here, you will hit the slope every time. You'll have a momentum. So this is something that you need to practice if you want to do, but it's actually pretty easy. Just roll, jump, and shoot the bell. And try to land on the left of this tile here. Don't try to land here, because if you do, I will show you what happened later. It's not too big, but it's just something. So this is the hard way. So you just, oops, so here it was too late. So you just roll up and aim at the slope and you're good to go. The slowest way, which is a bit safer, is just you go here. You don't want to face the trampoline straight like I just did, because if that happens, you saw what happened. I didn't hit the top of a room. I just had the ledge didn't allow me to. What you want to do is you want to have direction slightly diagonal to the trampoline. Sorry, I lost my word here. So you want to be slightly diagonal and grab like this. And if you do that, you will land every time here. So just go here, be diagonal, so like this, not like this. Be diagonal and grab. Don't hold grab, because if you hold grab, obviously you will grab the edge, so that won't help you. Well, that will work, but you will have to climb and lose 2 seconds. And that's pretty much it. And then what you need to do is you need to roll, do a running jump, and be the same spot as the other method. So whatever you do, you will end up here. So from this point, there is 2 outcomes. The first outcome is if you just stumble against the wall here. Well, that was the second case. So here, for example, I didn't stumble against the edge on top here. So that means I'm in a position where I can do the roll thing I'm going to show you right after. Because if I do, I'm going to hit the slope here and I'm going to fall. So what you do here, if that happens, you just take the stumble and you just go here just pressing forward and you go forward. And if you drop forward like I just did, you will end the zip line on the trampoline and you will land here. So there are rare cases where if you fall on the trampoline like I just did with this method, you won't be able to land on the edge, you will fall. I can't show it right now because I have no clue how to do it consistently because it's pretty rare. But if that happens, you just don't worry. You will land here. So you just do a jump here, and redo something like this. Well, not like this. Sorry, like I just showed you before. Just do something like this, going diagonal, fake grab, and keep going. So that's what I need to say about that. All right. So the other outcome is that if she stumbles against the wall, like this, if that happens, you can, when you take the stumble, you turn, and you're gonna do a roll, and do the same thing as previously, and you will land here. So this is slightly faster, so this is good, but depending on what's up, you will have different outcome. Anyway, what's important about that is that you are on the left, you drop on the left on this of this square. Sorry. Because if you don't, I'm going to show you what will happen. If you try to roll from here, you will be stopped by this door that is on the bottom of the room for some reason. So if you fall on the right like this, you will have to take the stumble and go manually like this. Okay. So that's pretty much it. There is a lot of outcomes possible, but I'm showing you the main ones like I just did. So this is, for example, the best outcome you want. Up, and you're able to do a standing jump directly. What thing is that when you land on Badger from the trampoline, one last thing, you can drop here, and you're able to do a standing jump like I just did. Or you land roughly here, which is a bit further, and if you do a standing jump, oh, that works, so that wasn't good. You will land, for example, here, and if you do a standing jump, you will stumble here. You have to learn to identify which case it's gonna be. It comes with practice. If you have that position, I'm gonna try to get it. Come on. What are you doing? Oh yeah, okay, my finger were off. So if you see you are in this position, what you do is you just turn slightly like this and do a standing jump. So I'm 1, 2, 3. So I'm giving you everything I can about that place, but you have to know that, like I said, this is really case by case situation. I'm just telling you the main thing I think are important. What's important is that with trampoline, if you want to go forward, you absolutely need to press forward to be sure you will go forward. Because sometimes if you don't press forward, she won't have a forward momentum and she will jump vertically and you will die eventually. So this is something you need to know. And I think that's pretty much it. If you have any trouble or some things you haven't encountered outside this video, you can just ask me in the description or whatever, and I will be happy to answer because it's really case by case thing. This is really a place where you won't die, but you will lose more or less 1 or 2 seconds depending which case you have. So this is something you have to be prepared to lose slightly sometime or save some time depending. Anyway, when you climb that ladder, try to be on the right of the ladder so you can shimmy like this and avoid shimmying for 2 more seconds. Drop here, turn, and do a running jump to land on this place. And you're going to do immediately another running jump here, because curve left, because you don't want to fall here. If you fall here, you will land here, and you will have to redo all the thing here. So be careful. Anyway, go here, and count 3 step, well, give me a second, up, count 3 step, 1, 2, 3, up, well, actually it was 4, never mind. So count 4 step, come on Lara, count 4 step, 1, 2, 3, 4, Oh, actually, well, okay, never mind. Okay, I know, actually, no, okay, never mind. So if you cut the corner like this, you can't free step. 1, 2, 3, you jump. What am I doing? Come on, Lara. Up. 1, 2, 3. Up, and you will land on the flare pack. Okay, I know what I was doing wrong. You don't want to... Let me kill that guy before that. You don't want to aim at the corner like this. If you're aiming at the corner of the tile here, you will get stumble really easy. If you're coming from the side like this, you won't get the stumble. That's why it was failing. Okay, so let's redo all the things. So up, if you cut the corner, you count 1, 2, 3. Don't aim at the corner, and you will land on the flare pack. If you are not cutting the corner, you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, and you will land on the flare pack. So that's 2 cases depending of what you do. So whatever you do, the free one is obviously fastest, but as you can see, you can fail it easier. So you can just do up, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and you land on the flare pack. This one is way easier, but it's 0.2, 0.3 seconds slower. So this is really as you want. Don't kill that Yeti, just do a walk run jump like I just did. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, up, and yeah, I'm gonna fail because I cut too much, but this is something you need to practice as well. Well, you can still stop around here. Oops. Sorry, I'm playing bad. So what you can do is you can just jump, stop, standing jump, and grab if you really can't do the running jump thing. And if you can do the running jump thing, you will have this. You can also do that. That works too. Anyway, what you want to do is you want to do a walk run jump, and if the Yeti is on you, it will stop your trajectory. So you have to delay your walk run jump if the Yeti blocks you. Or what will happen is that you won't make it to the platform I just made it. So up, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, grab it, walk around jump. So here I need to delay because he blocked me. But if he doesn't block you, which is something you will learn a bit by experience, if he doesn't block you, you will be here and you will just have to do a walk around jump. Up like this. So this is really as you want. You can try to kill him if you want, if you have extra bullets, but it's not prepared in the road. So you might need extra ammo at some point. So whatever you do, you pick up that flare pack. You can also take your time, kill that Yeti, doing things like this or whatever, and then jump here and keep going. Don't worry, it doesn't really matter. Ice Palace is a level where everyone can do their own strat kinda, and there will be 10-15 second difference, but it's something that needs to be done because it's really case by case and analysis, sequence and etc. So don't worry when you start if you can't do all the sequence. You will still be, you should still be pretty close from the other times. The other method is the simplest one, but it's slightly slower. You can take the flare pack, drop down here, up, and do a running jump here. So this is, you take the sequence you want. Anyway, if you don't kill that Yeti, keep going, and even if you kill him actually. But what you want to do to activate the next sequence is always the same, so I recommend you to do the same. You just roll from here and do a running jump. Don't go on the left side here. If you go on the left side here, you will trigger an extra leopard in the next room, and you don't want that. So just go here on the right, draw your M16, and do this. Shoot that guy, shoot that guy, shoot that guy. Up, 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 and you keep going. And if you do it right, if you just roll from here, you do one running jump, a second running jump here, and if you do only running jumps cutting the corner right, like I just did, what you just need to do, you count 1, 2, 3 step and do a twist jump like I just did, and you will be able to roll immediately. So this this style here trigger the door that I'm going to show you. That's why we have to step here, and we don't need the mask because we're gonna skip the mask, so whatever. So this door here that you can barely see, this door here, it opens this door here, that's why we go there. So yeah, this is basically the sequence, just running jumps, and if you cut the corner right, just go 1, 2, 3, twist jump and roll. If you didn't cut the corner, control step and do the same thing. And then you want to go, if you don't want to be hit by the Yeti too much, try to get non-forward trajectory, because if you have a forward trajectory like this, it will be likely to hit you. But if you curve a bit your jumps, you will have less chance to be hit by the Yeti. And being hit is really important to save a med. Well, not being hit is really important to save a med in this level. Because if you want to do these levels medless, you need to be hit only one time by Yetis, if I remember right. One time max. So that's basically, you can also kill him if you want, but you will need extra bullet as usual. So up, pull a flare if you want, you need to jump here. You will need to do a flare cancel really soon. Up, jump here, try to jump here as well. And, oops, sorry, you're gonna drop there. Don't try to drop like this. Don't try, you either want to stop your trajectory just before dropping, so you can do this. Because if you're not stopping a bit, that will happen. You will be against the wall and you will have to turn like this. Or worst case, you can get an uncancelable stumble if you do it really wrong. So again, this is a slight time save that can be added to that level. So you can stop a bit and just go like this if you can. If not, don't worry, you just go to that wall, grab to be sure to not get the false stumble, cancel, turn, and keep going. Up. So up. Anyway, what you need to do is you need to do a running jump here, draw another flare. That's really important. That's really important to draw another flare, because you're gonna need to do another flare cancel dropping there. So right after you do flare cancel here, draw another flare, and you're gonna fall here. Up. It doesn't matter if it's it doesn't matter if you drop here or here. It will just change your sequence jumping here. So I'm not gonna explain this because this is really precise and it's not really faster. Just practice that. Just practice dropping at the same place and having the same sequence. Especially what I do is I just drop here, and I can do a running jump and do 1, 2, 3 and do this jump. So that's my sequence. But I saw a lot of people having this sequence, for example. They just jump here, and they do a standing jump like I just did, and con 3 step again. So it really depends on people, get used to it. I'm just gonna, the most important is you need to do this jump like I just did, which seems really complicated, but trust me, it's not. So you need to, when you land here, basically, you want to start jumping just when the snow starts on Rara's feet. So that's what you want. 1, 2, 3, up. Just when the snow starts, you want to jump and try to cut the corner. Not too much, obviously, because if you cut it too much, that will happen. But that's basically the place you want to be. Up. So for example, here I cut it too much. Don't worry about cutting the corner. You will have time, plenty of time to recover holding left after you passed this wall. Once you pass this wall, you can press left, and as you can see, there is plenty of space. So that's pretty much it. If you just, you don't want to jump too late like this, because then you get a stumble, and you don't want to jump too early, because if you jump too early, that will happen too. So this is really something you need to practice as well, because if you miss it, something bad will happen. You will have a Yeti on you, and doing that jump with the Yeti trying to snipe you is really bad. So you'll have to kill the Yeti, I guess, if you fail that jump. If you're unsure yourself, you can save. it's really a jump that can deserve a save when you start. And if you don't want to do that jump, you can take the mask up there, use it here in this keyhole, and go to the door here and go to the bridge. So as you can see, this jump doesn't save too much time, like 5 or 6 seconds or whatever. So if you really don't want to do it, you can do that, worst case. Anyway, you do that jump and you keep going. And then the next sequence is important. I personally always have a soft stumble here, and when I get the stumble, when I just land, I just turn a bit like this so I can do this. Because what can happen is if you just YOLO and keep running, the camera angle will be awful. And what can happen is this. Up. Up. What can happen is this. Up. You can just. There is a hedge here which is a bit high. Here, like this. And what's happening is that if you take that hedge like this, up like this, and do like this, you might. So here I didn't drop, but you might drop there. And if you drop there, you either die or lose 30 seconds. So this is really bad. So for example, here I'm not missing it, but trust me, it's really, really easy to miss. How am I supposed to miss this? Whatever. But you need to know that. Maybe I'm too experienced now, but trust me, when I started, I lost a lot of run doing this. I just do, or you can do something. If you want to add a running jump, you can as well. But I personally never do a running jump here because I can also fall here, and this is not something where I want to lose a run personally. So what I personally do, I get a stumble here, I turn, I go forward and I jump here. And this is completely safe. So this is really something I wanted to mention because this place is really, really troll. So I just run here and keep going. And pull that lever. And then you want to drop. It doesn't matter how fast you drop, so get the sequence you want. The most important, because the ice is breaking anyway. So the time the ice is breaking, melting actually, you will have to go, you will have to wait a bit anyway. So whatever sequence you do will work. Most important is that when you drop in the water, you're really close to the gong. And then you go here, try to be on the right here, so you can, if the Yeti pushes you, you have a less chance of dying from stalactites. And keep going, do running jumps like I just do, and there is a place here, you can be slightly faster doing this. So this is like this, for example. You can do like this and be faster and be fast, but 95% at least of the time, Yeti will just eat you like this. So you can save some health. So for example, here, as you can see, this is faster, this is relatively fast, but Yeti eats you. But there is a way you can just go forward here, climb manually, and not Yeti will never eat you if you do that. Or at least 99% of the time. So this is a way to save some health. And you will see that health is really important. So if you want to save health, just do that. If you want to be faster, take the health lost. And then go there. Draw your guns to cancel that camera here, which can be really annoying. Keep doing running jumps. Do this jump here. Oops, and don't do that, or you will die. So you want to jump as late as you can for from that jump, because you don't want to jump too early, but you don't want to jump too late, because if you jump too early, you will end on the slope and you will have to jump on the slope a couple of times. And if you jumped too late, if you jump too early, you will have to do something like that, for example. Up. But if you jump too late, that will happen, and you will have to do it more time. So this is something that you want to practice a bit, it's to jump here and aim here. If you are aiming here, you might get the outcome I just had and die. So this is really a jump that seems really easy, but if you want to get it perfectly, it's not that easy actually. You need to really aim at the corner here and get it. Same, it goes with practice and movement improvements, and then you just jump here, and you climb. So because I got hit by the Yeti or whatever, maybe I did some fall damage showing you something or whatever, I don't exactly remember, but I won't have enough health to drop, I think. Because you'll have a big drop here, which takes you roughly 50% health. That's why it's important to not get hit if you want to save a med. Because, for example, here, yeah, I don't think I have enough health. I might just have enough, I'm not sure actually. No, okay, I don't have enough. So you can see it takes slightly more than 50% of your health. So here, for example, I have to take a med. I have to use a med. But if you avoid every Yeti hit, you will be able to do that drop and have 10% health remaining. And you will save a med because you don't need to heal for the boss, you will see. So you press the gong, you do a twist, a jump twist like I just did, and if you want to YOLO, you can do this. Oops, not this. You can just up, turn like this, and drop here, and go here and fall on the thing. So this is the best sequence. Up like this, roll, 4-step, and you will land on it every time. So this is the best way. There is another way. You can just stop here, do a running jump, and do the same thing, up like this. Or if you don't want to do that jump, you can just go here like this. So if you go here, you will have this kind of stumble or whatever. So you can go here, up, I'm here, slide down that slope, and slide down like this easily. But you can lose more health like I just did, so just be careful. I never, to be honest, I never did that, so I'm thinking about it. But just land here, turn a bit to avoid falling in this deep hole like here and lose health. Just turn a bit and roll. So as you can see, it's slower, but it's way easier. So whatever your method to go down, it's exactly the same as usual. It's really up to the people running if they want difficulty or not. Because this level is full of those small stuff that you can save time. But if you fail them, this is really consuming time loss, like 5 seconds to save half second. So this is really up to the player, depending what you want to do. Anyway, whatever happens, you want to fall here on this side and take that thing here. Then you want to draw your M16, and you want to do 1 running jump, 2 running jump here, and you're going to trigger the boss. And now this is where, so far in this level, the road between beginners and hard roads are the same, and now it's going to change here. So for beginners, it's pretty simple. You just stand back here, and you just shoot the boss until it dies, and you're happy. But for advanced runner, you will have the possibility of picking up the med which is in the boss cave, like I will just show you. You'll have to be able to pick up this med pack. So how do you do that? It's pretty simple. Well, it's pretty simple in theory. First, you need to check your ammo before fighting the boss. So for example, here I have 101, and I know that the boss takes 67 bullets to die. So if you do your math really easily, you remove 67 from 101, and it goes to 34. So when you will be around 40 bullets, you will stop shooting him, and you will go to that cave. So I'm just going to show you up, so up, so up, shooting you, up, it's going to come to you, up. So here, for example, I'm close to 40. So here it's really dangerous because the boss is close to the cave, so whatever. So this is the most riskiest way to get that med, but this is basically how it's supposed to go. So you have two cases for doing that. So you have the cases that just happen is that the boss is really close to the caves when you are around 40 bullets. Then you can take the risk like I just did to take damages and take the med, but you can die. Or you can just kill him and forget about that med. So that's the first situation. So this is completely RNG. His position is completely RNG. He will go left or he will stay around the cave. It really depends. But if you get that outcome, you have this choice. It really depends on the risk you want to take. I'm gonna try to get the second cave. Up. So it's not the second case here. Up. Well, don't do like I just did and overshoot, please. Up. Well, here is in the worst spot ever. Okay, this is the second case. So here he's going away. So here I'm around 35, so it's perfect. I can just go here, go too close to the med, and he will come back to me, and then I can just undraw weapon and take the med. And this is the only way to pick the med. If you kill him outside, if you are outside of a cave when you start shooting the final shot to him, you will never be able to get that med. So you have to be inside the cage when you kill him to get the med. So this is your way of getting that med. So I'm gonna show you again. Up. Shoot him. Up. I think he'll go to the left here. Yeah. So he's going to the left. It's perfect. Up. Up. Going here. Up. I'm gonna finish him when he show up. 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 And pick up the med. So that's the way of doing it. So this is an advanced strat. If you're a beginner, you want to try, feel free, but it's pretty risky. And this is only for advanced road because meds are really tight, and that med is really worth to doing this way. So anyway, that was Ice Palace. Thanks a lot for watching. I hope everything was clear. Next level is going to be Xian, and see you next time.